Okay, so we jumped to the last slide in the video. If you want to see the whole thing, go back and watch the video, right? All right, so the point here is that most people are selling and sweating and working hard. I've belonged to a whole bunch of network um, businesses. You know, you show up and they have networking lunches and things. Chamber of Commerce, right? As a big local networking event that I sometimes go to. And every single person there is selling something that they don't personally use. Now, there's one lady who just got her own Mercedes who works for a cosmetics company, and she does use the cosmetics. So there's an exception, and she's doing better than some of the others. So, it's horrific. You go to a website or forum, and the MLM people are just clogging the works. All right, will they send you a free sample? Have they got their own testimonial? I just got a phone call from, we'll call him Chuck. All right, so Chuck hasn't bought anything from me for a year. And Chuck calls me up and says, "Hey, Glenn, I would like you to listen to this and perhaps sign up to my MLM. I've been eating this for years. It's made, I've lost weight. I've got lots of energy. My hair is growing back. I'm getting younger. I can see farther, all that stuff." So then he starts telling me about some kind of stuff that's based on eggshells. Can't remember the name of it. Hope Chuck doesn't break his record and start buying anything from me. He'll be upset. At least I changed his name, right? But Chuck has no shot at selling me something that's man-made because I'm interested in Mother Nature products, right? So, for example, a few years back I signed up for an MLM that was selling chocolate. And I sold like $20,000 worth of chocolate in a month, right? How did I do it? I sent people free samples. The chocolate was so fantastic. Unfortunately, the people running it had a little problem with ethics, and I didn't get paid for my $20,000 worth of chocolate. And the guy who's making millions, my upline person, if you know anything about MLM, said, "Yeah, sure, I'll help you." And then he called and whoops, then he flip-flopped and said, "No, no, I can't help you." So then he lost a million or two. See, where there's a small fire, there can be a forest fire, right? Anyway, the point here is that if you're going to make a decision, and we're using the Jim Straw law, as a way to make up your mind about what you want to promote, what job you want to have, what business you want to start, what home business you'd like to start, what MLM you want to begin. Uh, I had a guy call me and he wanted to sell some kind of pyramid scheme thing where you put $1,000 in and you get $100 a week back. And I said, "Well, how does it work?" He didn't know. You just put money in and you get a check, or I don't know how you get paid even. "Oh, well, I'm not going to sign up for that." Another guy called. He's got gas, electric, phone, and cable. So I said, "Okay, ask them what the minimum, in other words, how much money should people already be spending on their cable, their TV, their gas, electric, whatever, before they're a prospect for this business opportunity." They couldn't answer that. I said, "Okay, include me out, right? If I don't know who my prospects are so I can target them and find a big crowd, don't want to do it." All right, last story. You see the words, because they already own pens. The reason Jeff made $200 in 3 hours was because everybody in a car, including the cop car he's standing on top of, all these people use pens and they need more, right? So it's as simple as that. And very, very rarely has the Jim Straw law been paid any attention to. My point is that this is so obvious and easy and nobody's doing it. It's really important. So I may give away the first few of these. Anyway, we will stop here and move to the summary of the book, introduction. Thank you.